Hey everyone, just a quick update on this Cobra 29 LX that I've been playing with. I thought I finished it the other day. Got it to transmit from pretty much 25 to 30 megahertz, but the receive was really quite poor, below about 26.5 and up around sort of 28. It just sort of rolled right off. So I thought I'd do a little bit of work on the front end. I was able to broadband the transmit really easily by just replacing all the circuitry. You can have a look at the last video for that. But the front end was really still quite tight. So thought I'd just have a bit of a play with that, see if I could broadband that front end a little bit, and ended up sort of gutting the front stage to broaden it. I'll show you how I did that in a sec. But I found it actually worked so good that it now goes from about 24.5 meg up to 30 meg. So yeah, it goes it's really quite broad. I probably could have gone further than that, but you end up turning the dial too far. I had to add a little bit more acceleration on the dial to actually get from one end to the other. Any sort of reasonable amount of time, but it's got 12 meter band up here somewhere. Unfortunately, obviously, all still AM, but it was more of an experiment with just what I was able to get out of the radio. I'll just flick it over and I'll show you what I did inside. Okay, this is what I did on the front end. Inside, I removed the first RF amplifier and the mixer from this section here, and I put this AD831 board in. You can get these for about $5 or so, ready-made. So that kind of fitted in there really quite nicely. Just soldered them straight onto the cans here, and it gives it the stability, super strong. The DDS now IF for the receive comes out here and goes straight into the IF input here. You don't have to clean this up very much, I don't think. As far as I can tell from the data sheet on this, it actually converts the local oscillator into square wave. So I just had to attenuate a little bit. It was a little bit strong even coming with this out of here with this turned down. So then the RF comes in through here, comes in through this transformer, and then straight into the RF input on the chip here. Then the output IF out comes in here, and then that's where it gets selected into the 10.695. It comes through the regular IF stage here. So basically, this is the circuit. This is the line that comes in for receive. Antenna comes in here, a bit of protection and RF gain. I left this in. I tapped off here. That goes into the RF input on the 8831. Got rid of all this here. Got rid of all that up to here. The output goes into this transformer right here, which is good because this section here, which comes back in here, is actually the noise blanker. So this noise blanker circuit still works. So that's where I feed the IF back in here, and that's where the DDS comes in for the IF on the chip. So that's about it. It works all right. I guess you could probably do this kind of thing with a lot of radios if you were sort of broadbanding them and having trouble with the front end getting them sort of wide enough. You can probably do something like that. It's quite cheap, and it's the first time I've done it. It works quite well. Got the inspiration from John Hawk's YouTube channel. He does some amazing stuff, and he was working with these as well. I thought, you know what, I should give that a shot on this radio because I wasn't quite finished with this radio. I was happy with the transmit. That was easy because the DDS now just sends straight, the 27 meg comes straight into here and then goes into the output. So this was, this will go from transmit from 24 to 30 megahertz with no problem and hardly any difference across that whole whole range. But it was the front end that was really sort of let it all down, and I thought I was done with it, but I wasn't. So now I've done all that. It works really well, and I think now I'm done with this radio.